On this vote, the ayes are 218, the nays are 211, with one answering present. The resolution is adopted.
On this vote, the yeas are 214 and the nays are 213. The motion is adopted.
Is anyone surprised that I am being targeted? Is anyone surprised that I am somehow deemed unworthy to speak about American foreign policy? Or that they...
What happens when a congressional censure vote comes down to just one vote? In a dramatic showdown on the House floor, lawmakers battled over whether Representative Ilhan Omar should be formally censured following controversial comments made after the death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Republicans pushed for punishment. Democrats fought back. And when the final tally appeared on the screen, the results shocked many watching. Before we get into the details, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss the biggest political stories shaping America today.
The House will be in order. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from South Carolina seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I rise to a question of the privileges of the House and offer the resolution that was previously noticed.
The clerk will report the resolution.
House Resolution 713, whereas Charlie Kirk was a lifelong advocate for freedom of speech, civil political discourse, and the political engagement of youth, whereas Charlie Kirk was a man of deep faith, a husband, and a father of 2 young children, whereas on September 10, 2025, Charlie Kirk was assassinated on the campus of Utah Valley University while exercising his First Amendment right to freedom of speech. Whereas on September 11, 2025, one day after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Representative Ilhan Omar gave an interview on a Zateo town hall with Mahdi Hassan in which she smeared Charlie Kirk and implied he was to blame for his own murder. Whereas on September 12, 2025, 2 days after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, Representative Ilhan Omar reposted a video on X, formerly known as Twitter, which disparaged the character of Charlie Kirk and those mourning his death. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X states, Charlie Kirk is dead, and before the body got cold, the far right propped his corpse up as a cardinal for their holy war. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states, don't be fooled. These people don't give a single shit about Charlie Kirk. They are just using his death to further their Christo-fascist agenda. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states Charlie Kirk was a reprehensible human being. He enacted his political agenda by preying on weak-minded people. He took complex socioeconomic issues and simplified them by pointing fingers at outgroups, demonizing those groups, and seeking his massive following on them. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states Charlie Kirk was a stochastic terrorist, an adamant transphobe. He denied the genocide happening in Palestine. He believed in the subjugation of women. And in his last dying words, he was spewing racist dog whistles. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further states Charlie Kirk was Dr. Frankenstein and his monster shot him through the neck. Whereas the video Representative Ilhan Omar reposted on X further blames Charlie Kirk for his own murder. Whereas Clause 1 of Rule 23 of the Rules of the House of Representatives provides a member, delegate, resident commissioner, officer, or employee of the House shall behave at all times in a manner that shall reflect credibly on the House. And whereas Representative Ilhan Omar's actions in the wake of the assassination of Charlie Kirk are reprehensible and affect the dignity and integrity of the proceedings of the House and do not reflect credibly on the House. Now therefore be it resolved that 1, Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota be censured. 2, Representative Ilhan Omar forthwith present herself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure. 3, Representative Ilhan Omar be censured with the public reading of this resolution by the Speaker. And 4, Representative Ilhan Omar be and is hereby removed from the Committee on Education and Workforce and the Committee on the Budget of the House.
The resolution qualifies. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Massachusetts seek recognition?
I have a motion at the desk,
The
Mr.
clerk will
Speaker.
report the motion.
Ms. Clark of Massachusetts moves to lay the resolution on the table.
The question is on the motion offered by the gentlewoman from Massachusetts. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
Mr. Speaker, I request a call of the yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays are requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and nays will rise. A sufficient number having risen, the yeas and nays are ordered. Members will record their votes by an electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
The House of Representatives witnessed one of the closest and most politically charged votes of the year as lawmakers considered a resolution aimed at censuring Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Controversy stemmed from statements and social media activity attributed to Omar in the days following the killing of Charlie Kirk. For many conservatives, the issue was not simply political disagreement. They argued that public officials should show restraint and respect following a tragedy, regardless of ideological differences. Republicans introducing the resolution claimed Omar's comments crossed a line and failed to reflect the standards expected of a member of Congress. The resolution laid out a series of allegations regarding remarks made during a public interview and a video that was reportedly shared on social media. Supporters of the censure effort argued that these actions were inappropriate given the circumstances surrounding Kirk's death. They maintained that elected officials carry a responsibility to help lower tensions during moments of national grief rather than inflame political divisions. As the resolution was read aloud on the House floor, members listened as the allegations were entered into the congressional record. Proposed punishment was significant. Not only would Omar have been formally censured by the House, but the resolution also called for her removal from committee assignments. That meant the vote carried consequences far beyond a symbolic rebuke. For Republicans backing the measure, the issue centered on accountability. They argued that Congress must enforce standards of conduct equally regardless of party affiliation. Many pointed to previous disciplinary actions taken against lawmakers from both parties as evidence that Congress has a responsibility to respond when members engage in controversial behavior. Democrats, however, saw the situation very differently. They viewed the censure resolution as a partisan maneuver designed to score political points rather than uphold institutional standards. Many argued that while political speech can be controversial and even offensive, censuring a member of Congress should be reserved for the most serious violations. To them, the effort represented another escalation in the increasingly bitter political battles taking place in Washington. The debate quickly became about more than just Ilhan Omar. It became a broader fight over free speech, political rhetoric, and how lawmakers should respond during moments of national tragedy. Supporters of the resolution insisted that criticism was not the issue. They argued that the timing and nature of the comments were what made the situation different. Opponents countered that lawmakers should not face official punishment simply because their political views generate controversy. As tensions rose, House leaders prepared for a procedural showdown. Instead of allowing the censure resolution to move forward directly, Democratic leadership introduced a motion to table the measure. In congressional terms, tabling a resolution is often a way to effectively stop it from advancing. If the motion succeeded, the censure effort would be blocked. If it failed, lawmakers would continue debating the resolution itself. At that point, all eyes turned toward the vote board. Given the narrow margins in Congress, every vote mattered. Members began casting their votes electronically while observers watched closely. The atmosphere was tense. Both parties understood that the outcome could send a powerful political message. As the minutes passed, lawmakers gathered in small groups around the chamber. Some appeared confident. Others looked nervous. The vote remained extremely close. Then came the final tally. 214 votes in favor. 213 votes against. Just one vote. That single vote was enough to determine the outcome. The motion to table passed. With that result, the effort to censure Ilhan Omar effectively failed. Republicans fell one vote short of keeping the measure alive. Democrats, meanwhile, celebrated a narrow but significant procedural victory. The razor-thin margin immediately sparked reactions across the political spectrum. Supporters of Omar argued that the result demonstrated that the House should not be used to punish members for controversial political speech. Critics of the Congresswoman, however, viewed the outcome as a missed opportunity for accountability. The vote also underscored just how divided Congress has become. In an era where major legislation and disciplinary actions often come down to a handful of votes, every member's decision carries enormous weight. This particular vote highlighted the reality that neither party can take outcomes for granted. One absence, one change of position, one unexpected vote. Any of those factors could have completely changed the result. The political implications may continue long after the vote itself. Republicans are likely to use the controversy as part of a broader argument about standards, accountability, and political rhetoric. Democrats, meanwhile, may point to the failed effort as evidence that censure resolutions are increasingly being used as political weapons. Regardless of where Americans stand politically, the episode serves as another example of the intense polarization defining modern politics. What once might have been a routine procedural vote became a nationally watched confrontation. And in the end, the difference was just one vote. If you're finding this breakdown informative, take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us continue bringing you detailed coverage of the biggest stories in Washington, and it tells YouTube to show this video to more people interested in politics and current events. The attempt to censure Ilhan Omar may have failed, but the controversy surrounding the vote is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. For supporters of the resolution, the debate was about accountability and maintaining standards within Congress. For opponents, it was about protecting political expression and preventing disciplinary actions from becoming partisan tools. What remains undeniable is how close the vote was. A margin of just one vote determined the outcome of a nationally watched political battle. In today's Congress, that razor-thin difference can mean everything. Question now is whether this controversy fades away or becomes another chapter in the ongoing struggle over political speech, accountability, and the future direction of American politics. What do you think? Should Congress have moved forward with the censure effort, or was tabling the resolution the right decision? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this report, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest political coverage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.